Like if you found the video valuable. Evelyn Hart had never been one for superstition. A historian by trade, she dealt in facts, dates, and the tangible evidence of the past. Yet when she inherited her grandmother's old townhouse on Wexford Street, she felt the weight of secrets clinging to the walls like dust. Most of the house was in disrepair, creaking staircases, faded wallpaper, windows clouded with grime, but it was the attic that drew her most. She discovered it on her third night there, following the faint smell of lavender and mothballs. The space was crowded with forgotten furniture, trunks of brittle letters, and cobwebs that sagged like old curtains. And then she saw it. An antique mirror stood at the far wall, covered in a yellowing canvas sheet. Its wooden frame was carved with twisting ivy and strange, almost watchful faces. Evelyn tugged the sheet away and gasped. The glass was pristine, not a crack, not a spot of age. She saw herself perfectly, but when she waved her hand, the reflection lagged a second behind. She blinked. Did she imagine it? She waved again. The reflection hesitated, then copied. For a moment, Evelyn laughed nervously. Trick of the light, she whispered. But unease tickled the back of her mind. That night she couldn't sleep. Her grandmother had mentioned nothing of the mirror, though she'd lived in the townhouse for decades. Why keep it hidden? By morning, curiosity overpowered fear. Evelyn returned to the attic. The mirror behaved strangely each time she tested it. When she tilted her head, the reflection tilted slower. When she smiled, it grinned wider, too wide. And one evening, as she stared into it, she saw the lips of her reflection move though she had remained silent. She leaned closer. The reflection mouthed her name. Her heart pounded. She stumbled back, yet fascination anchored her. She began visiting the mirror every night, notebook in hand, documenting its oddities like a scientist observing a specimen. But the more she wrote, the more personal it seemed. The reflection wasn't just copying anymore. It was trying to communicate. Days blurred into weeks. Evelyn ignored calls from colleagues. Meals went cold on the counter. The mirror consumed her. She dreamed of it, dreamed of endless dark corridors stretching just beyond the glass. On a stormy night, thunder rattled the windows and the house shook with the wind. Evelyn climbed to the attic, lantern in hand. The mirror gleamed, brighter than ever, as if alive. When lightning flashed, the glass no longer showed her dusty attic. Instead, it revealed a long hallway lined with doorways, vanishing into blackness. Her reflection stood in that corridor, separate from her now. It raised its hand urgently, beckoning. Evelyn's pulse roared in her ears. She whispered, "What do you want?" The reflection pointed into the dark, then reached forward, toward her. She stepped closer, breath fogging the glass. The surface rippled beneath her fingertips, warm like skin. The reflection clasped her hand tightly. A sudden force yanked her forward. Evelyn cried out, lantern falling to the floor. Neighbors later claimed they heard glass shattering in the middle of the storm. When they entered the house the next morning, they found the attic window blown open, rain pooling across the floor. The mirror was shattered into 1,000 shards, its carved frame split in two. Evelyn was nowhere to be found. And yet, if one looked closely into the broken pieces of glass scattered across the attic floor, there was something unsettling. Her reflection. Not fractured, not distorted. Her reflection stood whole, pressed against the inside of the shards, staring back.